Morning ladies and gents, welcome to Monday morning. We have arrived at the 7th of August and I'm just trying to work out what I'm doing this week. So this is the hayfield that we cut at the beginning of the year, which we managed to get in, and it's grown really well actually. It's had, I think it's been nearly 8 weeks now since we mowed, and there's like almost a foot of grass in here. It wasn't very good, but yeah, not doing too bad. So this could be on the list to mow as well, and if I don't get it, it can go into a bale, round bale. So the forecast for this week is looking fairly good at the moment. We've got today, which is supposed to be kind of like this, most of it, at 19 degrees. Tonight's supposed to be possibly some showers coming in, but I don't think we'll get them. Tuesday's supposed to be getting to about 20. Wednesday's supposed to be about 25. Thursday's down to about 22. And then Friday, again, possibility on the evening that it'll rain. So we've kind of got 5 days of possible good weather. And the heat's not really there. You really want to be in your 20s, like really into the 20s, to make hay nice and quick. The quicker you make it, the better the colour. So the grass that I made down there was a bit of a one-off because it was quite cloudy. We had a lot of wind. Right, so I've been busy. So yeah, I've mowed this hayfield yet again for the second time. It's not a massively thick crop, as you can tell, but the grass in it's actually pretty nice. Pretty clean, mostly, well, it's all just leaf in it. It's a really, really good comeback from 8 weeks ago, with no fertiliser in it. So yeah, not too bad. But I've also done the boys' winter field, so I'll speed up a bit. I've actually mowed that first thing this morning. This grass I've just done should dry quicker than this other stuff, I'm hoping. But yeah, I've mowed all that out as well, all the way up to the top. So that's about, well, it's supposed to be about 16 acres, but it's probably 15 by the time I've lost an acre off it. So there's 15 there, and there's probably 4 in here, so looking like 19 acres. So yeah, off we go again to the start. I'll probably get it turned, hopefully the weather stays good for us this week. Right, so while I'm out, it is a bit breezy. I left a good little stubble again, so there's a 1.5 inches, 2 inches under that. And the grass itself is actually starting wilting a little bit. I can't really tell, I don't think, but so far I've only just done this bit recently, so yeah, not looking too bad. Hopefully get some bales off. First time around was 350 bales, so if I get 200 off this, I'll be pretty happy about it, to be fair. It's actually really nice stuff, as long as all that up there stays away from here. And that's taking me forever. It's taking me all day to do 20 acres with this. I'm on the big mower back, but yeah, can't do much about it if there's no gearbox. Right, I've just walked down to the farronet field now. I'm kind of almost killing time, just to wait till the dews come off the grass before I can turn it. But I don't know how well you'll tell the difference, but this bit out here is obviously a bit more in the open. Sun's just getting to it, wind's just getting into it. And then you start coming down here, you can see the wet and how damp it is in this far corner. Even the grass is just sopping. But hopefully by the time the sun comes up, shouldn't be too bad. What I might do as well is bring rotor rake down and just dragging the edges, because it wants about 6 foot out there before it starts drying. So from there to about here, there's only a few rows late, but it might make all the difference. It just shows how a bit of tree cover, hedge cover, a bit of shelter can make all the difference. Right, so this morning I actually rode all this grass up. So from the little mowers, well, the swaths from the little mower, I pulled 2 of those into one. Basically rode it up so the the grass was actually on a bit of, onto dry ground. So that worked quite well actually. Now the grass is only, well, just over 24 hours old, and some of it's actually feeling quite crisp. Yeah, it's still very green like, but it sounds like combines going over there. You can see, well, not smoke of it, but dust. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is put the big tedder on and ted it all out, hopefully, because what I was having problems with was the moisture on the ground. It's still very damp, but under here it's feeling a lot drier now. The bottom of the grass is still wet, so spin it back out again and that'll do for today. Right, so we're re-teddying now this lot, as you can probably see. So it's doing alright. I have noticed that this tedder, it kind of throws one side further than the other. So as I'm going down this way, this side is throwing further across. And so I was touching that rope, whereas that one doesn't really do it. I don't know if you'll make sense all that back way. Wind is going that way, like, so I don't know if that's it. But yeah, right, let me just spin round. Right, so I just set off doing around the field. I kind of do my headlands first because they always stay wetter. So Franken tedder's still on. I forgot to say she's still, well, going round. So the less I say about that, the better. And if you don't know, you'll have to go back and watch some videos on it. So yeah, I'm just going around the headland, just turning it up a little bit. I'm only going slow because I don't want to throw the grass into the margin. Because when you come to rake it up, you just drag green out of the green wet stuff into the dry stuff. So and then we'll do ups and downs. Right, morning ladies and gents, welcome to Thursday morning. So we're getting there with this stuff. This morning there's not a particularly heavy dew on top of the grass. The only problem is we're still fighting the moisture underneath it. So if I find a thicker spot, and I'll try and rake my boot through it. My boot's fairly dry. You can see that glistening, and it's I mean, that's ringing wet, is that? I don't think that's been tedded yet. So yeah, we still have patches that are very wet, but it's getting there. It just needs this heat. It needs some sunshine on it and a day of really good heat on it. So the forecast today is, well, it'd be nice if it was that, but it's going to be that. But we're at 25 degrees something. So yeah, not doing too bad. So we've got Thursdays today, we're kind of warmer, 25 degrees. Tomorrow we're dropping down to about 21 degrees. And the possibility of rain has reduced, which is nice. So it looks like we might have until Saturday to get this in. Morning ladies and gents, welcome to Friday morning. I'm actually hiding next to the New Holland at the moment because there's a fair breeze blowing already. So after the disaster yesterday that I had, which was the big tedder pooing its wheel off, I've actually got a spare rotor there, an end one, so I'll have to see if that fits. If I can make that work, otherwise it's junk. So yesterday I got to actually about here somewhere when it broke and done all that side. So just had to finish off with hay, but we're doing headlands. And then yesterday afternoon, because it dried so well, I just wanted to double check that everything had been taken off the floor, because that big tedder's got a habit of missing bits, especially if it's been laid on the floor quite tight. If the tractor's run over it and it's pressed it to the ground. So I had the hay bob set quite nicely yesterday for excuse me, set for turning. Yeah, if you can't tell, I've still got this head cold thing, whatever's going on. I am a bit run down. Hay does take it out of me. It's I just find it quite stressful at times, especially like this when it's not my field. and not my hay. So yeah, I do tend to get a bit run down. I don't know if that's what helps me as well, get his head cold or what, but we'll keep going. I've not got that much to do. I've only got this field to do, and then far field down there. Looking at next week to get mower going again. Talking about mower, I've just bought the gearbox for that. It's on its way. It should be here this morning in about half an hour or so. So that can get fixed, which will make life a lot easier. Right, in this Anderson, kind of put trailer on back. It's kind of on Friday, isn't it? Too fair, I've been playing up for a while, but can't get a hitch down. Right, so we are baling, and we're doing quite a lot, to be honest. I've been out with the MB traction pads just over there with the rake up. These swaths were actually going to be even bigger because I was going to use both rotors and pull like 3 into one. But turns out that even 2 rows of grass was enough. I mean, yeah, she's doing quite well in there. So yeah, pretty happy. Just see before he goes. Combine over on the side of the river. Just been on with that field. No idea where it is, but they've fed parts over there as well. So yeah, not doing too bad. I don't even think I've done half the field. We've got like 500 bales. So yeah, I'm just slightly worried about the dew coming down now because it's, yeah, I'm just worried about the dew coming down now because it's this time of year. It's getting to this time of night and it could be getting damp. And the bale's definitely heavy enough as it is. Never seem to do very well with this field. We're trying to get it dry, unless it's like 30 or 40 degrees C. It always seems to hold on to the moisture in the stem of the plant. Right, I better go because the sledge is full and they're that heavy. I'm having problems trying to open the sledge door with rope. So, see ya.